Greetings. In this video I'm going to talk about the Warren Thomas Chaos knife. As you can see, this is by far the largest Griffe style knife that I have or have even seen. You could argue that this isn't really a Griffe. As far as I know, Mr. Perrin didn't have any involvement in this knife design, but it was certainly based on the Griffe. There's no denying that the handle of this knife is certainly the Griffe handle, but there's also no denying that it's substantially larger than any type of Griffe that I've seen. Like the Warren Thomas Tonto, this is fingerprint anodized titanium bonded to thick carbon fiber. You can see, unlike the Tonto, this has more traditional kind of carbon fiber as far as the pattern that's woven into it goes. Still has the carbide edge. The blade shape kind of reminds me of the Emerson Griffe with its hawkbill style blade, although this would be more like a super Emerson Griffe. You can see Warren Thomas's insignia engraved into this. It's definitely a very large knife design. It has an upswept area here that would be useful for choking up on the blade with your thumb. It's also useful in a reverse grip, as it sort of cradles the meaty part of your hand here. The sheath is very robust. I'm assuming this one was made by Warren Thomas. I don't have any reason to believe otherwise. Locks in there very securely. You may have noticed this one is a left-hand grind. Most of the ones that I have that are flat ground on one side are flat ground on the left side and ground on the right side. This one is the opposite. Doesn't mean it can't be carried right-handed. I would just wear this part against my chest and this part facing away. It really doesn't print any more or less on a t-shirt. Of course, something like a polo would conceal any neck knife even better, as long as you're not unbuttoning it all the way down or something. So there's quite a bit of history around this knife. The actual design, an individual by the name of Lance Harris came up with it. I believe he is in the protection industry. He provides protection for people that need and can afford protection. He originally took the Griffe idea and redesigned the profile to be more aggressive. There was a company called Smoking Hole Knives, which no longer exists. I believe that they do exist under another name. I think Mission Critical Knives. It's the same individual, someone by the name of Aaron Harris. He was originally approached by Lance Harris, no relation from what I understand, to make a chisel ground version out of titanium. Actually, this was originally conceived of as two neck knives, one which is left hand ground and one which is right hand ground, and you would wear them in the same sheath, or it might have been two sheaths that were attached together. I could see, you know, with this side being flat and these, I think they're called Chicago screws, you could unscrew these, put two sheaths together, as long as the other one's flat on the opposite side, and then put the screws back in and essentially hold the two knives together in one joint sheath. And if you were to hold the two knives together, you would have one double ground blade, or you could hold one in each hand and have two chisel ground blades. So you could pull out one knife, you could pull out two knives, you could hold them together or apart. With the longer drawn out blade design, the knife is a bit more useful in aggressive situations than some of the smaller Griffes. I believe that Lance designed the Chaos around 1997, and other than Aaron Harris of Smoking Hole Knives / Mission Critical Knives, I believe Warren Thomas is the only other person to have made these. A lot of this information I got from a very knowledgeable person that goes by the name of Jay Bravo, and I believe he knew Lance Harris personally, as well as he's been around in the knife community for many years, so he has a lot of knowledge about things that went down further in the past than I would otherwise be able to find out about. From what I do understand from doing a little bit of research, around the time when Aaron Harris was going by the name of Smoking Hole Pistol Designs, Smoking Hole Knives, I believe he stopped making knives, and a lot of dealers and individuals that had ordered knives, I wasn't really able to determine if they'd paid for them or not, but they had knife orders placed with him. I think that they were let down. I don't know if that was ever resolved or not, as he started making knives again. So a photo from Jay Bravo here shows, in a Japanese knife magazine, a fighting style that you could use with these knives. Those are Warren Thomas made Chaos knives in the image. Sorry for all of the reflection. So it shows how they would be held together, worn together, and separated for use. Certainly a very interesting design, very well executed by Mr. Thomas. Just to show a little bit of size comparison, I'll bring out a couple of other Griffe style knives again. So this is the other Warren Thomas that I own. Even this is substantially smaller. Mr. Perrin's Mid-Tech Griffe. The SN SM is the only one that comes close in terms of sheer length. I hope that you found this video interesting. Thanks to the many sources who have provided me information on this knife, as well as the other little Griffes. And thank you for watching.